If you give me 1 hour a day, I can give you a finished novel in under 30 days. Now, I'm not talking about a half finished Google Doc. I'm not talking about just still working on your world building. I'm talking about a complete draft here. The reason you don't have a book yet isn't that you're lazy or untalented, it's that you're trying to write a 50,000 word problem with a 500 word process. And in this video, I'm going to show you the exact AI workflow that I use to crank out 4,000 to 5,000 words an hour and turn that into a full novel in less than a month without quitting your job or abandoning your life. And if you stick with me to the end, you'll never look at "I don't have time to write" the same way again. Now, quick context if you don't know who I am. My name is Jason. I help aspiring authors pump out quality, emphasis on quality, books fast with AI. My goal is to get you to a book a month at least without sacrificing your creativity or the quality of the book itself. And yes, it is possible. I have hundreds of students in my story hacker community that have done it. And before this, I wrote 14 books the traditional way, plucking away at the keyboard for literally an hour every day before work, because that's the only time I had. And even without AI, that was enough to finish a book every 2 to 3 months. So I know a few things about squeezing in that writing time and actually finishing, not hemming and hawing around the book. In this video, I'm going to walk you through a 3-part system. First, I will talk to you about why automations are probably what you want to work with. Second, we'll talk about doing a solid week of prep work so that the book eventually writes itself, essentially. And 3, we'll run through a daily 1-hour loop that produces about 2 chapters a day until the book is done. Simple doesn't mean easy, but it does mean repeatable. So let's get into the video. So first of all, let's talk about automations. Why do I think automations are important? Well, I have found ever since I discovered automations through platforms like Make or N8N, I have found that they save me enormous amounts of time. And I even pretty much eliminated all other writing tools from my process once I had a system worked out in N8N to automate good chunks of the process. And the reason for this is if you're using a chatbot like ChatGPT, or even a more specialized writing tool like Sudowrite or Novel Crafter, I have found that those things often have loops that you have to go through that take your time, but don't necessarily need you in that process. Now, it is absolutely important to have lots of human feedback in the whole loop, but there are ways through multiple steps of the AI process where you can actually get it to a higher level of quality before you even look at it, so that when you do look at it, it can actually take you less time to approve it and make sure that everything is good rather than having to rewrite the whole thing. So I've developed a 5-part system, so 5 automations in a tool called N8N, which I use to make this process really, really fast. And if you only have a limited amount of time, like say an hour a day or less, then I strongly recommend learning automations, getting a system set up so that you can use that time more valuably. But let's go into some of these automations and take a look at what they look like. Now, I have a whole playlist about how to create N8N automations and how to get started in N8N. It is a little bit technical, and actually showing you step by step how to create these things is beyond the scope of this video. So you can go and check out that playlist and the other videos on my channel if you're interested in that. And I'll also give you some additional things that are coming up in the near future that might help you as well. So this is my first automation in the process. And like I said, I have 5. This one grabs a number of templates. So I like to give it templates on, say, tropes and the plot and the themes and the characters and world building. And it creates a document called the story dossier. And all of these steps are part of that process so that you don't have to spend a whole lot of your time explaining yourself. Basically, all you have to do is do a little work up front, let the process run, and then do a little work after. But here's what this looks like. First, it identifies the genre, then it brainstorms 5 different pitches on essentially what would be a good story with a good hook, and then it picks the best one. Now, you can always go back and choose a different one that you want it to do, but generally I find the AI does pick a good one out of that list. And then it outputs that pitch and creates the full story dossier. Now, a story dossier in this case is not fully fleshed out or anything. It's more like a call sheet, like a list of all of the characters and the world building elements and everything that it needs to flesh out later. So we're just sort of getting our bearings on everything that's going to be needed for this. And then it does an emotional check. And this emotional check is, every book needs to have a lot of emotion at its core. Otherwise, it doesn't keep people engaged, doesn't get people interested. So we run this check. So it reads the story dossier and says, is this good? Like, could we make this more of a gut punch or something like that? It also runs a character name check to make sure none of the names that it invented are super AI-ish, right? The names like Sarah Chen or Marcus Chen or Alara or Lyra, one of those names, and checks for those and renames them if needed. If you brought in your own names, it won't touch those. And then it'll do a dossier rewrite. So it gathers all that feedback that it just got from the emotion check and the character name check and rewrites it. Then it does one more check called the logic check, which is just where I ask it to look through things and make sure it all makes sense. Like, are there any motivations of the characters and their actions that just don't quite fit? Is there something that doesn't quite fit with like the laws of physics as we know it? You know, the stuff like that. It just thinks through something logically to make sure everything kind of stacks up, and then does a second rewrite. And then it updates the document. So this is a good example of something that if you just went and said, make me a story dossier for, and you give it a couple of details about your story, it won't do a good job. But if you do it this way, where everything is structured and it's doing multiple checks to make sure that certain things that you want to prioritize high in creative writing are there, you're going to end up with a much better output. Now, I have 4 more of these, and I won't go into each of them in super detail, but this one here takes that dossier that you created in the previous step, and it fleshes out the characters. So, of course, between each of these, you want to make sure that you go through the documents that it's creating and make sure it fits your vision, make sure everything's correct. You have extra details to add, you add those. There is some setup time required. But I do think that you can get through these first couple of automations in about a week with an hour a day, roughly. So roughly 7 hours of time. I'm pretty sure you can get through all of this, especially with AI to help. All you have to do, like for instance, with the brain dump to dossier automation, you just have to start up front with a little bit of time to brain dump everything you can think of related to your story and input that in. And then when it's done with the automation, you go through the finished doc and you modify or add or take away anything that doesn't quite fit. Once you've done that, you move on to the next one, which in this case is the dossier to characters. And this one does a loop. So it goes through your dossier and identifies who are all the characters, and it makes a list of them. And then it goes through these 3 steps where it expands upon that character. It does another logic check, similar to the one before. And then it rewrites what the expansion did. So the logic check here is also checking for things like, does it fit within the plot of the story and all of that? And then it rewrites, okay? And then it also, once it's done with that, it'll also establish what the relationship dynamic is between all these characters. All right, the next one is almost exactly the same, except this time it's for world building elements. So any world building that needs to be done, even if you're not doing a fantasy and science fiction, you still have world building elements that are needed, like the layout of a house, or, you know, just what does the workplace of this person look like, you know, stuff like that. What city are they in? What does that look like? So all of that needs to be fleshed out, and it's done so here in a 3-step process similar to the characters. Then we move on to my favorite, which is the outline generator. I tend to get very hands-on with my outlines, but I still use this. So I will give it the dossier and all the character info and the world building sheet and everything that's been developed so far. And ideally, you should have gone through all of this and make sure everything is correct. And then it goes through, it writes the outline. It does another emotion check to make sure you got those good gut punches, right, that we want for a good story. It does a rewrite after that emotion check. It does something called sliders. So sliders is a term I came up with for certain things that vary from one scene to another. So I'll give you an example. There are a bunch of sliders mentioned here and exactly what those sliders look like. This first one is tension, right? So number 1 is complete stillness. So basically no conflict. You're rarely ever going to get that in a story. But at a 10, you'll have maximum immediate threat, like life, identity, or everything the protagonist has worked toward is on the line right now in this scene with no guaranteed escape. That's what it looks like if there's like a 10 out of 10 for tension. We also have sliders for dread, emotional intimacy, relationship tension, pacing energy, humor, and it looks like those are the ones that we've got here. But yeah, so there are things like that that add a lot to the scene when it's being written. And so establishing those here at the outline stage really help with that process. Then we do a final logic check on this to make sure everything makes sense. for the outline itself, and then it does a rewrite of the outline based on all of this feedback. Once this is done, I will go through and pretty heavily modify the outline. And as you'll see later, I actually also tend to do a little bit of modification of the outline as I'm going, which I'll get to next. But these first 4 automations that I've got, they're kind of one and done. You do them, you check them. If everything checks out, you're done. You move on to the next one. This next automation is the one that takes your outline and your character doc and your world building doc, and it develops your whole book, but it does so 1 chapter at a time. This is where I have a specific system that I would use if you only have 30 to 60 minutes a day to devote to this. So those first 4 automations I estimate will take about a week if you're really diligent and paying attention to everything. But once that's done, this next bit will probably take you 3, maybe 4 weeks at most, depending on the length of your book. But most people could get this done in an additional 3 weeks after the first that you've done. So to just briefly run you through what this automation looks like, all of these first couple of nodes here are all devoted to creating a scene brief. This is essentially just going through all of your character doc, your world building doc, and your outline, and it picks and chooses those things that are needed for this particular scene. And then it also modifies them to work for this scene. So for instance, you might have a character who is really, she's normally a happy-go-lucky person, but in this particular scene, she's really sad. Now, if you just put in her a character doc that she's normally a happy-go-lucky person, it might write her that way in this scene. But we need to make sure that the AI knows that she's not that way in this particular scene, and so it can adjust accordingly. And that's what all of these steps are essentially trying to do, not just for the characters, but for the world building and for the plot and stuff like that. And it creates the scene brief that's essentially a really fleshed out version of what needs to happen in the scene. And then here in this node right here, it actually goes and it writes the first draft of the chapter. Then it runs through a chronology check, which it actually did. We did another chronology check as part of the scene brief, but it does a second one here on the actual finished prose, just in case. It also does a style check, because as part of this automation, we include a style sheet for your books so that it can hopefully write as close to your style as possible. But sometimes it still doesn't do a very good job there, so we have it do a style check where it rates the content that it got against the style sheet that you have and makes suggestions for improvements. And then it rewrite here where it incorporates that feedback that it got and it adds it to the document. And it'll do this, it'll loop like this for every chapter. However, I generally do not recommend that people do this to write the whole book at once, because you're going to end up with a bit of a messy draft. It is better to do this maybe at most 2 or 3 chapters at a time. So this brings me to the process that I have. If I only had an hour a day, this is what I would do. I would go through, of course, you do the first 2 chapters. So you have it generate chapter 1, chapter 2, and I would only do about 2, maybe 3 chapters. And it would have it go through that process, then go through, and you'll spend the majority of the hour editing those 2 to 3 chapters. Okay. Making sure it's up to snuff, up to your standards, maybe adding in a bit of prose here and there, taking away certain things, and just general line editing stuff. It's actually a really useful process to teach you some of the basics of line editing. You'll get very good at it. But then what I like to do is usually after I've gone through and I've edited the first 2 chapters, let's say, I like to go into my outline and look at the 2 chapters that are coming. So if I've just edited chapters 1 and 2, I look at the outline at chapters 3 and 4. And usually after having gone through that process in that flow state still, and I can go through those chapters and say, okay, I actually want to expand on this. I want to change this. And usually I will flesh it out just a little bit further or give it more specific details that I want to make sure it covers in those next 2 chapters. And then once I've done that, which takes like 5 minutes, then I will ask this automation to continue and actually flesh out and write those 2 chapters. So what I would do is, therefore, I would spend the majority of my time editing chapters 1 and 2. Then I'd modify the outline for chapters 3 and 4. Then I'd hit the go button on writing the chapters 3 and 4, and then I would leave. And that would be my hour for the day. The next day I'd come back and those next 2 chapters are already written. So all I have to do is start going through those and editing them and making it my own. And then I'd go and modify chapters 5 and 6 inside the outline and hit go on the button to write chapters 5 and 6, and so on to repeat that process. I use this exact process and these exact automations to write a book in about 4 days. Now, granted, I was doing a lot more than an hour at a time, but I was doing 2 or 3 chapters at a time, and I would just take breaks every time. I would set it to automatically go through and write those next 2 chapters. That would just be my cue to like get up, take a stretch, walk around, etc., and come back 15 minutes later after the whole thing has been fully finished, and continue with the next 2 chapters and just continue that way. And after 4 days of about 6 to 8 hours of work, I was able to get that done. If this process interests you, you can actually get all of these automations in my membership, which is linked down below, along with detailed instructions on how to get them started. But I am also working on my own tool, which should be out very shortly. It might actually be out in open beta among my members, so you might be able to get access to it already, but that tool will actually have these automations incorporated in it that won't require the huge technical setup that it takes to get end-to-end going, and you won't have to do all of this. So if that's interesting to you, go ahead and check out that link down below, and I will see you in the next video.